welcome back to Delta Green. This is a place of horrors and mind-rending reality that will leave no agent unscarred. Therefore, this show is rated R. And if you want to keep in contact with ACEL, you better follow the channel and ring the bell icon on YouTube and subscribe and everything. Because that's how everybody wants to be a part of Delta Green, right? It's the best place to be ever. It's has, let's see now, no particular benefits. You'll have to lie to your best friends and family. Your psyche and body will slowly deteriorate from all the horrible things you experience. And there's no way out. Yay!
I'm pretty sure canonically Fenton's going to start crying himself to sleep every night.
That might well be the case. With us this time we have Z-Cell, who is hard at work setting up the ambush. Who is Z-Cell? Tell us. Tell everyone.
Hello, this is Darian, playing Special Agent Brian Fenton.
This is Brian. I'm playing Dr. Alex Blair.
I'm Cal, and I'm playing Special Agent Jacqueline Morgan.
I'm Harper, and I am playing Agent Cora Phryne Talbot.
That you are. Last time, Z-Cell was following down some leads after realizing that their most intense part of the day the day wasn't over yet after having destroyed a monstrous entity in the shape of a person, sometimes in the shape of a person. So they followed up on the file on Ronald Valiant and went to prison to have a chat with Ronald Valiant's ex-girlfriend, Angel O'Rourke, and she couldn't provide any leads to where Ronald was right now, and she didn't recognize Doug Walters as Ronald. No idea who that Walters was, but she did give a fairly comprehensive description of Ronald Valiant's personality, which I'm sure made everyone deeply sympathetic to Mr. Valiant, right? Very sympathetic?
Cass?
Yeah.
Cass a dick.
Can't wait to fight. Can't wait to fight him, honestly.
So now we have sent a message to Mr. Walters, an extortionist message saying, you can pick up your crystal here in the warehouse and let our friends plan their ambush. Shall we? It's evening, and he's supposed to have canceled his meeting with his study group. What do we call Anulsis? It's the Anulsis Foundation. Okay. With his cult.
Hippie cult?
Yeah, would that be cult? With the
It's a
Anulsis,
hippie. It's a hippie cult.
Perhaps. Yeah. With the Anulsis Foundation, and hopefully he's heading over here. So, where do you all guys want to hide?
First of all, did we set up any explosive devices?
We have Molotov cocktails.
Yep.
Okay, so they're mostly throwables. Maybe we should... Is this area up here the balcony, or...
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, maybe we should go up there if we can toss stuff down.
It's a great idea. How do we get up there?
I'm going
It
to
looks like
assume the
it's-
stairs.
Where? Okay, so Mikhail,
Yeah.
back here, is this a hallway divided by a wall? Is that an upper terrace?
It's an upper terrace.
Okay, so these doors right here don't actually lead to them?
They are not okay. They're apparently existent on the map. Anyway, yeah, there we go.
Okay. So there are doors there. Got it.
They're,
Understood.
they're kind of like low doors, I guess. Yeah.
Blair and I have shotguns, I think, right? So, or did one of us get an AR or a rifle, a long rifle?
Oh yeah, Morgan has one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do.
So, Morgan, you should probably be up top because you have the AK, which means you've got range and stuff.
As you say, boss.
And then Morgan will have her little stack of Molotovs. And then I guess we could just like put people behind. I don't know. I can hide behind a pillar because I have a shotgun. Or, we could, I don't know. What do other people think? I like other people's ideas.
I think I'll stay downstairs as well since I have the SMG.
Yeah. Am I supposed to have a shotgun? Because I don't see it in my inventory.
You can have a shotgun if you want. You were
Okay.
doing the whole armoring up thing.
Apart from her AK-47, were we able to get just a regular long rifle? Like a AR-15 kind of thing?
No, you tried last time, but it was like...
Gosh, it didn't work.
You ran out of requisitioning time.
Ah, that was right. They wanted the... Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, they wanted all the paperwork, and it was going to take time, and none of you are charming, so... Yeah.
Okay. We should probably have at least one person stand out, so when he comes in, he can just see somebody who's not... Doesn't look at the empty warehouse and go, okay, trap, and walk away.
I'll be the crazed little maniac we put in danger.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll go over to this platform, and Blair's over at that one. And then, All right, and then we have a dodgeball that we will give Talbot.
I'll
Didn't we
gear
want
it
to
up.
write? Didn't want to write like Yippee Ki Yay motherfucker or something on it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, very good.
I gotta hit him with it as soon as he enters the building.
Is there like a wife beater shirt just taped to this thing as well?
Right in the
You
face.
Do you want there to be?
Oh my god.
Maybe just a little bit.
Morgan is in ownership of a few wife beaters you could borrow.
Thank you.
Before.
So, when we kick off the ambush, it's going to be important to try also cut off his routes of escape so he can't flee.
We can never forget.
Okay, zero day. I'll go over this one. And then, so it's presumably he comes in through these doors down here. So Blair, when we start the fight, if you want to try and cut him off at those doors, and I can cut off this door so he can't get out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Although in the perfect world, we just unleash hell with like Molotov cocktails and shit on this guy, and he just dies. It's great, and everyone goes home happy.
Exactly.
Question to you guys.
Yeah.
Where is this warehouse in relation to downtown? Like, how far away are we from or even Enel's headquarters? Like,
I want to imagine we're smart. We wanted to pick a place that he would have to immediately leave in Nolsis. I want to imagine we're smart enough to not choose a warehouse in downtown where people would hear gunshots and go, "Oh my god, crisis, scary, scary!" Like an old empty industrial park on the outskirts of town or something.
all right, so it's like gonna be okay. Now let me check how. Just because I'm curious, how long time it might take to drive to such a place. For no absolute reason at all.
He's gonna have time to prepare something, isn't he?
Me? No, I would never.
Yes, you would.
Well, it depends on like. Okay, that's the. I guess.
Yeah, like,
well, you don't
imagine
want to
we
do
set up a trap,
anything
things like-
close to the airport because that's gonna create too much of a hubbub, isn't it? So if I just go like. Oh, there's Scott Air Force Base. That's even worse. That one, we really don't want to be close to that one. So if we're somewhere over here, maybe, and then to there, that would take half an hour. Okay, that makes sense to me. It's a half-hour drive from downtown.
So, what are the plan Bs in case this doesn't work? Because there's a very high chance it won't.
I mean, I feel like if it doesn't work, that means we're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we should probably have some sort of backup in case this guy comes with like, oh, he knows we're setting up a trap, and then he's like, haha, I trapped you back. Double trap.
Fight like hell.
Like, what if he pulls the Uno reverse on us and comes like 3 other guys?
Well, it's a good thing we gave you Molotov cocktails and an AK-47, isn't it?
Also, isn't like, wouldn't it be very suspicious if like the judge like realized that the guy that we were trying to incriminate got mysteriously murdered without like any sort of trial indicating that he was guilty?
Would be
Wouldn't that be
obvious.
really
Would be. It's a
probably
good
should
thing.
not?
It's a good thing that if all goes according to plan, the judge will never even know about this. The guy's just going to disappear.
And I mean, coincidences aren't what cases are based on, right? It's called what? Circumstantial?
Yeah. Especially the loose ends are closed, though. You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, because we're only at this point because trying to work within the bounds of the law just isn't going to work. Not in time to prevent more people from getting hurt or this guy slipping away. Because
Yeah.
clearly he suspects that we're onto him because he's calling his emergency meeting in response to the city's and everything. What's going on in
Okay,
the city.
so maybe we should figure out how we're going to spin this to the judges in advance, if it ever comes to it.
How about we just say we were in the hotel room and we all had eyes on each other the whole time and nobody left.
Oh god. Okay, the crystal he doesn't it have the potential to like blow up and kill us all? We could say he has possession of a bomb, so we killed him so it wouldn't blow it up and kill us all.
If this comes to the judge's attention, we're already fucked. There's no spinning it at this point. We are so outside of the bounds of the law at this point that the only option here is that nobody ever knows this happened, and we keep it a nice, happy secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I
This
really
is
wanted
going to either be great or fail horribly, and I'm
Yeah,
ready to see what happens.
Oh,
That's agreed. We're down to desperate measures.
We're all gonna die.
Very
Just
well.
3 of us.
Blair's
It's gonna be
gonna live
great.
forever.
I'm sure. We're hiding here in our places. Every once in a while, you're making idle chatter just to make the time pass. The sun is slowly going to set on you, and the time for the Annulse's meeting comes. It's now 7 o'clock, and there is absolutely no movement outside. There is no sign of any car pulling up. You're still alone out here in this abandoned industrial park.
Could we give it 5 more minutes?
So we give it as long as it takes. He'll show up when he won't.
Do we have to kidnap him if he doesn't show up?
We will cross that bridge when it comes.
Okay.
Very well. 5 more minutes pass.
I should have stocked up on more coffee.
You have a thermos up there with you.
I've already drank all of it.
You have a serious problem, Morgan.
I think we all have serious problems, Fenton.
Rude.
It's alright. We can all have a one-on-one with Blair when this is said and done, and she can work through how we're all fucked up.
Nah, I'll be busy.
Another 5
what-
minutes have passed. It's 10 past the hour now. Tick tock, tick tock. Some long minutes these are, aren't they?
At what point should we just head down to the Anulsa's building and take a look around?
When was the meeting? 6 o'clock? It's been an hour?
No, the meeting starts at 7, so it's been 10 minutes now.
Okay. Yeah, we give it some time. Because he probably wouldn't, he may not have even gotten the notification until he got to the meeting.
Yeah.
Which means that it might be, what, another 20 minutes until he turns up? Like,
Yeah. The whole point was him to walk in, get this, and go, oh my god, panic mode, rush over here. Because we've seen how desperate they are for the crystals. The last one stopped its fight or flight escape to try and go after Talbot to get the crystal.
very well. 15 minutes past the hour it is. No sign of Walters yet.
So, like, do we just jump him immediately? Or do we wait after some chat and then jump in?
Our key will be Talbot is the guy in the head with the dodgeball. And then we all just throw Molotov cocktails at him.
Did we
And then
send
if that,
somebody-
while he's on fire, we then start shooting at him a lot.
Hey, Morgan's good with stealth, right?
Perhaps?
So far, her efforts of stealth have not been successful. I don't know how good she is.
Should we send her outside to maybe check down the
My
road
stealth
for
is
any signs?
70. It's like my second highest skill.
Yeah, but there's probably... Are there windows and stuff out, like up here that she can peek out of?
I'd say so, yeah. It's an abandoned warehouse. There's got to be some gaps in the wall somewhere.
Because I'm
Could be a-
thinking it's possible. Sorry.
Okay, so what you guys say?
Because I'm thinking it's possible he may have set his car up down the road past where we can see it. So if we could send somebody down there to check it out.
I wouldn't mind.
Either sneak out there or post yourself up there and look out through all the windows and everything and be a lookout.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek. See what's going on out there.
She peeks outside and there's an army of slime people.
Do you think the slime people can disguise themselves as, like, inanimate objects? And, like, hide in plain sight?
I don't know.
Imagine getting jumped by, like, a trash can or something.
I don't think they can do that, but I have no reason to believe they can't either. Because the whole thing seems to be bioorganic, so. But who knows?
I mean-
Let's fucking Delta Green. For all we
It
know,
sounds
it's
pretty
Talbot's
good.
been one of them the whole time.
Z-Cell, sitting in your hiding spots, waiting, clammy hands from cold sweat. I mean, it's also been a cold few days in St. Louis, let's face it. So maybe it's not just your sweat that's cold. Shuddering a bit. There's no heating in this place. There's no electricity. It's just, slowly enveloping darkness. Tension rising.
This is how the guys at... Is this how the snipers feel? They just sit there in one place for ages. Nothing happening.
Until something does. To be honest, I'm mostly impressed we've managed to keep Talbot occupied and it behave this long.
That's because I have a Molotov cocktail, okay? I may or may not have been sipping on this thing when you weren't looking.
Oh god. Now I'm thinking about what Morgan said. What if Zed is one of those things? What if the guy walks in and then like a new guy just forms in Talbot's hands?
I'd be kind of disturbed by the fact I'd be holding a fully grown-ass man, but I'd throw him still.
7:30. Still no sign of Walters. Though by Fenton's calculation, this is like when he should be starting to show up. So maybe it takes him a little while to find the place. Maybe he, there could be factors involved here about delays, traffic, whatnot.
He lives in a big city. It is always a fucking nightmare to drive from point A to point B in a big city, especially when you don't know where you're going.
Exactly.
Don't I know the truth?
But, I mean, Morrigan, you're used to this. Like, being in the military is hurry up and wait. It's always hurry up and wait. And as like, I think maybe Morrigan has some flashbacks or just feels really comfortable to be back in something she knows everything about. Like, this waiting game. Waiting for your prey, waiting for the action, hoping there will never be any action, mind you, but just sitting there in your position and wait. How many times has Morrigan done this in her life? Lost count by now, right? Just...
Oh, yeah.
So what if a troop of Girl Scouts walks through that door? Do we still throw the dodgeball and the Molotovs? What if this is actually secret? We didn't really vet this place. What if this is secretly their meetings place every Monday evening?
Why would they
Then we
meet
be
here?
polite.
This is a dump.
We be polite. We buy a box of Thin Mints. We buy maybe several cases of Thin Mints, give them all to me, walk out the door with a little tip of the hat, and then go on our merry way.
It
Wouldn't
could
be
be slime
far-fetched to
people,
think
though.
These people
Slime
can turn into
monsters
slime
don't
monsters,
have Thin
yeah.
Mints, Benton.
Morgan, he's
They might have stolen them from the real Girl Scouts. Like
he's
that
suggesting
bellhop stole clothes from the real bellhop. No?
He's suggesting it is not far-fetched for them to take the form of a troop of Girl Scouts and come at us.
So,
If they're selling
people
Thin
are-
Mints,
these things are crazy.
if they're selling Thin
These
Mints
things are
for under $4, Benton, then it's fine.
All I'm saying is if we put a bunch of Girl Scouts to the fire tonight, I'm quitting. I'm done. Even if
Oh
it was
please,
the
you've
monster.
never met a troop of Girl Scouts. They are the cruelest beings known on known to mankind.
That was
Oh,
burning
no,
them
yeah.
alive.
I was friends with one back in high school.
They tried to do that to me.
She always did a number on my shins.
And you guys want to talk about it when it's all said and done?
Yes, I've got stories.
It's
Blair.
7:45 now. Sun is truly setting here, and still no trace of Mr. Walters. Though he might just be a bit late. You never know. Again, city
Legit.
traffic, you know.
If this guy doesn't show up, we're going to the green box, we're breaking the crystal, and we're sending him pictures of it. Motherfucker,
No, we're-
calling our bluff.
We're taking the crystal out, licking it, and we sent him a picture of that.
Oh,
Of you licking it?
Oh!
Yes.
We could send him a picture of me using it to mix my morning coffee.
Yes, that's even better. Maybe just like a
Okay.
collage of photos.
We're all gonna die.
yeah.
We all are, Benton. It's just a matter of when. And
We're all
how.
gonna die this week.
And why.
In a violent reality warping explosion. Out of Starbucks.
I don't think. Maybe. The explosion could make me part coffee machine. Wouldn't that be nice?
My only hope is the explosion doesn't make me into a Girl Scout again.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, are there any Delta Green No, it's based around Girl Scouts.
Mm.
Please, they're already a cult.
Yeah, that's a cult. Where are they getting the thin mints from?
Can I have an awareness check, everybody?
Oh.
Okie dokie.
I'm sure it's nothing bad.
I don't think you can.
Probably
I think...
something bad.
That's alright. We got Morgan, the super amazing aware of everything.
Wait, awareness or alertness?
Oh, sorry.
Alertness.
Alertness in this game, yes.
No, it's okay. I just spent like a minute trying to find my awareness and thought I had none.
No, in Vampire the Masquerade, it's awareness. And in this game, it's alertness. I just did the Dark Ages thing yesterday, so I'm still keyed in on that label. Wait a minute, what?
That's charisma. Wait, no.
Well,
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
a Blair and a Talbot and a Morrigan who all succeed. Yeah, you're gonna hear the distinctive sounds of a car approaching, and then of course you're gonna see the headlights that are by now very visible because it's darker outside, and you know they're sweeping across buildings, and yeah, there's a car approaching.
There's our mark, guys.
Is it Troop 69?
The car.
Did we ever get
Yeah, go ahead.
his license plate? Did we ever get his license plate?
Nope.
How do you know it's him?
When he gets out and we see him.
Like some investors in.
Speaking of, yeah, there is someone walking down the roads towards the warehouse. Dressed in a suit, but I mean, there's something a bit off here.
Is it the Boy Scouts? I didn't see that coming.
No, it's not.
It's another one of those goop guys, isn't it?
Is it Herbalife?
He's
One of those-
literally glowing.
Oh no.
Edward?
Wait, what?
It's an evangelical! He's a missionary. Come to talk to us about.
Yeah.
It's Anders from Dragon Age.
That looks a bit like, what the fuck, what's his name?
One of those
God.
Mormon missionaries.
Hold on, I look up his name now. Yeah, it looks a bit like Brad Pitt.
Oh my god, it is Anders from Dragon Age. Seriously looks like him.
People don't usually glow.
You don't know that.
It's a bit strange to see him glowing like this.
To be completely honest, it's not the strangest thing we've seen this week.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That's fair.
At this point, sure, they glow. Why not?
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah, he's approaching the warehouse doors. And I mean he's gonna
Did he
open
swallow a
the door and step
flashlight?
in.
So when does the human glow stick get within range of dodgeball?
I mean, he's a pretty good target.
Oh, absolutely is a good target.
You could probably just
Kinda
Tap
hard to
him.
miss. So what role is tossing this dodgeball at knockoff Anders here?
Athletics, but I mean he's standing there. He has his hands raised. It's not a surrender hands raised. It's just by midpoint, and maybe he's just basking in his own glory. His eyes are glowing. His voice is low. Do you feel it? he says. That,
Well, you're about to feel something, but I don't think it's what you're thinking.
No, you can't feel it, can you? The hum in your spine, the pressure behind your eyes.
That's only because I forgot to take Advil this morning, okay, Buckaroo?
He
I
has
throw
a
the
huge
dodgeball?
smile on his face. You came here thinking you were hunting a man, a cult leader. That's too small. That's...
I'm trying to fuck Cthulhu. I don't think small, buddy.
I don't know if Talbot knows that word yet.
What you want?
Oh my
Roll
god.
unnatural.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Oh.
So she doesn't know. Fuck. Got it.
No, that wasn't the word I was referring to.
Probably power word from D&D, and I got genuinely terrified.
It was the C word. Anyway.
Cornbread?
I'm trying to cornbread Cthulhu over here.
But I have to give it to you.
Ignore us.
Hope didn't come back, did she? So I have to assume that you managed to destroy her somehow. That's quite skilled. More skill than I would have given you credit for. Not that it will matter.
Julio.
See, I'm evolving. I've seen through the veil you're still clutching like a baby's blanket.
Well,
They
he's
tried to
going
stop
on
me
this
once.
break. Sorry.
They tried to stop me once. And also, the aliens. Even Hope. I took everything they had and I made it mine. Hope couldn't resist me. No one can. Every doubt, every fear, every drop of power they left lying around like spoiled wine, I drank it. And it has made me divine. And now he just puts out his hands, like, looking up towards the sky.
Oh, cool. So, nice to know. But what exactly is it? You're... Hold on. So was it you who launched me ass first into the nightmare realm?
He's gonna look at you baffled. I've never even met you.
Okay. What about Valiant? Was he one of your guys?
For people who managed to kill Hope. Or is she hiding around here somewhere? Did you turn her against me? Is that what you've done? Did you break my spell on her? Hope? Hope!
You're humming the what and the who now?
I thought you were smarter than this.
I mean, that's what all my teachers said, but I'm still here.
I am Valiant, you fool!
Okay.
You can fight, you can run. You can't hide from what you really are. You're just meat. Just cells.
Yeah. I know, I had to take a biology class. I'm aware I'm just a ball of cells who says she's many different things. But in the end, you're right. I am a ball of cells that will return to this earth with just this little bit of time I have, with this illusion that's called consciousness. What else do you have to say, really? You're right. You're not scaring me. You're right.
Oh, you will be, Freight. You will be. I didn't come here really to talk to you. I came here to kill you. You're my last loose end. With that, he's, starting to fly. Like, literally fly. He's hovering above the ground now.
Should I roll a luck check?
Sure. Okay.
Does that mean the call goes through?
Yes, the call does go through.
Okay. I'd like to yell in, "We found a magic dude! You want to send somebody over to come talk to him?"
There's probably just going to be confusion on that end.
Just yell our location.
First of all, we're going to make sure that we all keep track of who is acting first, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, Talbot? Yeah, you are the one to act first, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dodgeball.
I'd like to yell into the phone at Corso our current location, and that we have a magic dude here that has some magic that might interfere with his plans. So please, help.
Oh, now you're going to ask for help from him. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Very well.
I'm kind of dead here. Never fought a dude who flies, so.
Albert, give us the signal and we will light him up.
Blair?
Yeah, light him up.
Well, Blair
Oh.
first.
Well, I'm assuming we're lighting him up. Just gonna shoot him, I guess. Like, step to the side so I have a view. And just fire.
Very well. Go ahead. I'm guessing you've been aiming all this time, so plus 20, go ahead.
Okay. Nice.
You're hitting. Boom, boom, boom. How much damage are we doing today? Roll lethality. No, you don't have. That's not a lethal weapon. But roll anyway to do some damage.
Oh, wait.
As
Yeah, rage
Fire
Dark
Dark
Wolf
art
is
didn't
literally
work
flying.
on the buoy. Does it mean it won't work on this weirdo?
What?
Well, you're shooting. Are you shooting a pistol or what are you shooting, Blair?
Am I in rage? I mean, not. Am I in range for the shotgun or not?
Absolutely. So
Okay, then yeah, I'm doing
just
shotgun.
click on that. Yeah.
Better
Well,
than nothing.
that wasn't the most impressive damage I've ever seen in my life, nor was it for you. Bang! You fire away, the shotgun blast just poof, and the scene is lit up momentarily by the muzzle flash. Morrigan, you're gonna see something very disturbing. The shotgun blast, it stops, like, it impacts on his side, but it's like not exactly on him. It's maybe an inch in front of him, and just dust everywhere. It
Oh
doesn't
no,
even
he's got
break through
the
his suit.
Gojo Infinite.
Morrigan, you're up.
So guns don't work on Slime Jesus. Okay. But I'm gonna try something anyway. Let's see if a good Molotov would work instead. Seeing as here,
Very
I'm gonna
good.
toss a Molotov, move
Athletics,
to a different
please.
position. Yep. Okay.
Fire always works, right?
Well, it worked on his subordinate, so maybe. 6 rolling.
It's a success. There is now
My
fire,
athletics is an 80.
I guess, on him because he's flying in the air, right? So you are the Molotov. It's gonna impact, bounce off him, gunk, and crash down on the floor, and that's where it starts burning.
Yikes.
Fenton, what are you gonna be up to?
I'm gonna hold my action, and if I see his, I'm assuming the shield has to do with the glow. If I see that start to shake, like maybe he tries to cast a spell and do something or whatever, and it seems a bit duller, then I'll try to shoot him.
Very well.
There's now fire on the floor.
Yes, there is in fact fire on the floor. He is going to... well... Okay. That's not a lot. Okay, 30 feet range. What's the range to Blair here? 6 yards. That's about... Okay, why don't you roll Constitution check?
Okay.
Yikes.
Please.
You guys ever feel like this was a bad idea?
I'm
It's a
starting
success.
to. I think it was a good idea to
They're
place the
literally
doctor so
fighting
close.
Slime Jesus. This is Slime Jesus. He's got some weird freaking powers that we don't understand. He's flying around.
You see, when he was a slime, then this was a brilliant plan. We didn't expect him not to be a
expect
slime.
flying grown man with
Let's see.
What was
you
that?
have some Constitution, right? Why can't I mark you? There we go. Blair. For some reason, I can't get your character sheet up. Why is that? There we go. Okay. You have some Constitution there, so that's gonna be... You're flying backwards. So he's gonna be floating. Let's see. And for some reason, I can't mark any token for now. Why is that? This is so weird. What is even happening here?
Why do you need to mark multiple targets? It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes, clearly. I'm trying to move his token, and I can't. Select token, please? Oh, there we go, finally. That's why. So he's going to move up there, basically. And then, so he's Claire, and then Blair will just feel like you're punched. So you're thrown back a couple of steps. And roll a d6.
D6.
Yeah. I was way too kind with this one.
That's not a good sign.
And he's still laughing like a maniac. You are nothing. You are bugs.
Wait. With this kind of villain, what you gotta do is let him yap.
Talbot, on the other end of the phone, you're gonna hear Corso. What? What is going on?
We're fighting this cult leader in the warehouse outside of St. Louis, and he's floating, and we can't hit him. What do we do? Please send Steven or something with power. You seem like you know people. Please help.
Oh, I just realized she called Corso and not our FBI contact, the friendly, who's like, what the X the fuck is going on?
Well, what am I supposed to tell the friendly? We lured a civilian into a warehouse to kill him.
I'm more on board with this plan now that I realize who you've called.
We're going to need this
Well,
album.
I'll tell Mr. Alces.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, I'm willing to pay you back. Please,
Well, you will be.
please, just protect my friends. I'll
Blair?
do anything. Just protect them.
Yes. Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
There's gotta be something we could do with this guy.
I'm really not sure. I guess I'm just gonna fire again.
Go ahead. By the way, your vest saved you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you have an armor rating of 3, so 2 hit points is not gonna get through.
Okay.
Well, that's a hit. Bang!
Yep. And that's still sad damage. If it, not like it'll hit anyway.
Well, you'll have to roll your damage roll.
Oh, I just did.
Oh, you did? I can't see it.
Yeah.
It didn't register. What's wrong with it?
I rolled six damage total.
Okay, yeah, that's not much. Very much like... Oh, now I can see it. For some reason, I couldn't see it in the other window. Okay, that's weird.
Maybe if we impact the shield enough times, it'll break. And then we can drag it into the fire.
You're gonna see the same sort of dust just as the slugs you're firing from your shotgun just impact uselessly, and Doug laughs ever more maniacally. Or should we call him Ron? Ron laughs ever more maniacally. Morrigan, what do you want to do?
Alright.
He's just flying
I'm
over
gonna
the fire on the
see-
ground.
Alright. I'm going to hold my fire and see if I can see anything interesting about the shield. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the shield and see if there's any sort of fluctuation or any kind of way I could get past it.
I will allow you to roll an alertness check, of course.
Okay.
There we go.
That's a fail. I think. Is it?
Once again,
Yeah,
I
that's a
can't
fail.
see. Why doesn't it translate to... Okay, yeah, I can see it in my GM screen. Oh, okay, that's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a fail. You have no idea how this works. What this even is. Is it mechanical? Is it magic? What is even happening here?
I'm guessing it's a crystal.
Maybe. Fenton, what are you gonna do?
Bullets aren't working. Fire didn't work. And that little shield doesn't seem like it's going to be doing anytime soon. So I guess just thinking rapidly with the Hail Mary, using a combination of what little unnatural knowledge he does have in the book he read in the occult history and training. Can he attempt an incantation just to see if literally anything happened?
You
Do unnatural
can.
Ah! Well,
Wow.
something will happen, just not what I want.
Oh, Lord.
Did he
It's
get sucked into
going
the void?
great, you guys. Just great. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Talbot, you have the crystal, right?
No.
No.
I put it in
Who
an
has it?
undisclosed location.
I was gonna say, you could have used it to just try to drain his power or something.
Or he could have used it to kill all of us.
Look, we was gonna die anyway. He's gonna kill us all anyway. Look at him.
Hopeful. I called the Ghostbusters, okay?
Do I have anything negative that happens to me because of my fail?
Absolutely. You fumbled. What kind of fumble are we looking at?
I have to remember what the fumble table is. Where it is and what's on
Rollable
it.
tables. It's the middle button, basically, under the little book thing.
There we go. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I mean, I could go with emotional burnout. You know, the trying to cast a spell, something actually did begin to happen, but it sapped my energy and just lost control of it.
That makes sense. So, do you want to lose willpower or something else?
I guess that would be willpower, wouldn't it?
Well, it
Oh,
could
I could
be
choose.
intelligence,
Intelligence, power,
yeah.
charisma. I'll let you choose, DM, what you feel is most appropriate.
I'm gonna roll a d4. Completely in the open, because I have no idea. Okay, good for you. It wasn't willpower, I guess. Instead, it's gonna be a d4 from your intelligence, temporarily.
Alright, okay, I can roll a d4. And if you want to move on, well, I'll make the adjustments to that.
Yeah. So, basically, you're just... Maybe you are feeling the hum. Maybe you are feeling the throbbing inside your head. Like, ugh. So, who shall be our victim this turn? Apparently, it shall be none other than Morrigan.
Of course it's me. I knew it. What you gonna do this time, Slime Jesus? I'm ready for you.
Yeah, he's flying up to you here. And he's gonna come across the balustrade. And he's gonna point to you. And,
Pointing is rude.
pointing is rude, absolutely.
Put your finger down, you weirdo.
That's not very far away from him. So, let's see. Okay, roll a constitution check.
Okay.
Wow. That's not good.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
That is very not good.
I'm cooked.
What kind of fumble do you want?
Alright, let's see what we have here. Let's see. Why not a, Let's go emotional burnout. Emotional burnout.
Yep, emotional burnout. What do we want here?
Yep.
D6 willpower or one of your attributes?
Take some from charisma.
Very well. Roll a d4.
Gotcha.
Nobody here is very nice, are they?
Nope, no. A D4. Wait, no.
So, yeah.
Rolling.
You're gonna become very irritated. That is to say, you would become very irritated. But not in this case. You're gonna fly backwards all of a sudden. It's like being hit with an absolutely huge sledgehammer. And you're flying backwards.
Wait.
Well, you're knocked to the ground. And you're knocked out.
Well, I guess I'm sleeping.
Yes, you are. And not on top of that as well, roll a d6.
Rolling D6.
You actually take some damage. 1 point. It's a good thing to have vest, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Talbot, you're up.
There's no updates on the ETA of our friend, is there?
Nope.
All right. I don't suppose I know anything that could get Morgan back up again, do I?
First aid?
Stop me.
Maybe.
I think I'm more likely to kill Morgan than get her back up.
That might also be the case.
Can I run back here and shoot at him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can move 3 yards and shoot.
Got it. Oh, wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, 69. Nice.
The best
Does that
failure
just
ever,
summon?
right?
Does that just summon Cthulhu faster, or no?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, that's what my spell did. I just summoned Cthulhu. Whoops. That would be a critical failure of the ultimate kind.
You tried. You took a shot with a shotgun, I guess, and it missed. And now what? Blair, you're up.
I get up there to Morgan and the glue stick. I mean, the glow stick.
The glow stick. That's Ronald Valiant is glowing and like flying through the air, and you're calling him a glow stick?
Yes.
I mean, fair.
So where are you running then, Blair?
I'm trying to get to Morgan to treat.
Oh, okay. So if you do a full out run, I believe you can get close at least. Move. Here we go. That's it. 30 meters you can run. So are you gonna run past the past the man who is floating in the air, in ways he absolutely should not be possible to do. Everybody roll unnatural, including Morrigan.
Oh.
I completely forgot about that because...
I was.
About what I expected.
Did you mean sanity or unnatural?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sanity, of course. Yes. Sanity
Okay, that makes more
goes to
sense.
the unnatural. That's
Yeah, I
basically-
don't have unnatural.
Yeah, no, just roll sanity against the unnatural. Yes. Clearly, I don't need any more coffee tonight. I'm completely alert and I know exactly what I'm doing. Trust me.
Ow.
For some reason, this thing.
Oh, critical success.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Blair, Fenton, Talbot didn't. Oh. Succeed at all. Well
be
then,
worse.
Talbot, I'm gonna take 6 from you. So I think it's time. Oh my, we're getting down to the breaking point, aren't we? Fight, flight, or
I think this
freeze.
is gonna be a.
Fight. Considering her current motivation, I'll say fight.
That makes sense. Also, on top of that, everybody else loses just the 1. And Blair, there we go. On top of that, you just saw Morrigan go down. She's not a bond for anyone, is she?
Ouch.
Oh my rib.
Nobody cares about Morrigan.
I do, but
Yeah,
not for that
fine.
reason.
I'm trying to get up there to treat her.
I know. I'm just saying, she hasn't actually... You've seen her get hurt, but she doesn't count as a bond, so it's not enough in terms of helplessness to actually have to roll for it. Okay, so Blair, you're running here, and you have to run past the guy.
Oh
and
no.
Just up there to do something
Gonna.
next turn, basically. Morrigan is still unconscious. Fenton, what do you want to do?
Can I try analyzing him for any kind of weakness in his shield or what's going on?
Of course you can.
Outward crystals. Look for crystals. Look for crystals.
Oh, wait.
Why couldn't I roll that when I did a natural?
Who knows? Alertness. You're only gonna be reaffirmed in your belief that this is all wrong. He's not wearing a vest, as far as you can tell. He's flying. There are technically jetpacks in 1997, but they are seriously big and cumbersome. They were used on the Los Angeles, LA Olympics in the 80s. He's clearly not wearing one of those. It's just all the fears I think you had about magic come true, probably. Yeah.
I don't see his shield flickers or fades at a certain point, or any possible way past that.
Nope.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
I think it's a crystal.
Oh, I love it so when you struggle and you try to be brave. He's gonna point to Blair.
Of course.
Okay.
This little bug.
That was a better roll.
That's a lot.
Sorry, what?
Why don't you roll your constitution check, Blair?
What?
It's a success. Really? You're actually gonna keep your footing decently. But you're still gonna be thrown through the air. And it's gonna be... You're not even close to Morrigan anymore. You're literally just flying right over here. Like...
Rude.
Okay. Yeah, smack into the wall over there. Obviously prone. Not unconscious, though. What? And as it turns out, your vest is gonna absorb most of that damage. Because you are one lucky person. You only take a single hit point in damage.
Yay.
Oof! Against the wall. And, yeah, there you're lying. And he's like frowning at you at this point. Like, impossible. What's next?
Hello.
Talbot.
Can I'd like to shoot him again.
You can try.
Better than a failure. Critical failure.
Yes, it is better than a critical failure. But it's still a failure. Bang, bang! One bullet, another bullet goes off. Are we using shotguns, or it doesn't really matter in this case? But, you know, the gun smoke in this house, in this room, in this warehouse hall is getting thicker as you keep firing. And keep having no effect because you can't even hit the guy. He's glowing. He's literally glowing. How are you? Anyway, Blair, you are not unconscious. You are in a pile on the ground, but you are not unconscious.
I guess I'm getting back up
Yep.
and back to trying to get to Morgan.
All right. So running back again.
Yeah. Am I
And
able to do
that's
anything else?
basically all we're gonna get from you, isn't it?
Okay.
Morgan is still unconscious. Fenton, what are you gonna do?
Alright, so bullets are useless. I already tried the whole spell thing, and that didn't work, so I'm assuming I can't try that again. Can I think back to all the books we read, if I can think of anything, I don't know, might help us with this?
Roll an unnatural check, I guess.
Oh, God. Nope. Alright.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Of course, when I need to take a peek at the guy to figure out that we can't... Well, I already know, I can score that with a 2.
Yeah. Doug Walters. Or shall we call him Ron Valiant? I think he's just gonna laugh at you, Fenton. Ah, still clueless. Still clueless. You're all going to die today. Why aren't you hugging each other? You should. And then he points to Talbot.
Good.
And, let's see what he might be able to do about that. Very well. Talbot, roll your constitution check.
Oh. Okay.
Huh. How about that? You are going to fly backwards right into the wall here. Drop prone, obviously. And, let's see how much damage you might take.
Ow.
3, apparently.
Not so ow.
I obviously have to up this.
No, you're doing fine.
So,
Yeah. You're doing fine.
you're doing great.
I could do this all night. Valiant screams. You
Every
are
time a man has
puppets to my will. You are just small bugs, and I'm playing with you. He screams.
Every time a dude has said that, it's been a lie.
What?
Just
Talbot.
yes. That's what I said.
What do you want to do,
What's your
Talbot?
final words?
I think my Starkey. Okay, Starkey remark not being an action. Sorry. I don't know what possessed me to say that. Shoot again.
All right, let's go. Open fire.
That's just dog walking us.
Oh, there we go. I don't know why it doesn't feed into my viewer. Anyway, yeah. Oh, we're bringing out the submachine gun. Good old Swedish steel, 9mm. You're hosing him down. With, yeah, no effect at all. Again. But you hit something this time. That's gotta feel better, right?
It does, yes.
Blair, are we gonna try a first aid check on Morrigan?
Yeah. There it is. Oh my god.
How about that? Well, first aid, I don't think you can, necessary treatments, yada yada. Damage, healing, stabilization. Okay. Immediately heals a D4. And it's a critical success, so it doubles it. So roll a D4 and double it. Okay, clearly the bang Morrigan took to the head. Why did you roll this good for 1 hit point healed for Morrigan? It's such a waste of a critical success, the best kind. But Morrigan is gonna be absolutely fine when she wakes up. Unfortunately, she doesn't wake up. So there's that. Fenton, what do you want to do?
How far can I move in a turn?
30 if you're running, 3 if you want to do something.
Gotcha. Guess I'll move here. And I'm gonna start dialing ASL.
Okay. Just frantically picking up the phone.
Oh.
You know, pull out my pocket while I'm running.
Yep.
I guess that's all I can do, right?
I guess it is. Talbot! Hi!
Hello.
Flies closer to you. Looks at you. Points at you. Actually does, just to make it really taunting, finger guns at you. With a huge smile, and then...
My kind of guy.
Okay. Yeah. What the heck? Sooner or later it's gonna work, right? Why don't you roll your constitution check?
Got it.
As you're being hammered yet again by this unknown
Ah.
You don't see anything. There's no blast coming out of his hands or anything like that. It's just every time he does this, you just feel this it like being kicked in the body by a mule or a horse or something. And Talbot goes unconscious.
Still no ETA for
Still no ETA.
Cthulhu Noodle. No. Aw.
What?
I'm just working up a nickname. Cthulhu Noodle is apparently not a Cthulhu Noodle. I don't know. I'll find one. Like, apparently
Talbot
can't
is in
say
trouble,
Cthulhu.
Blair. You can tell, because she just ragdolled on the floor, flopping down.
Yeah, I guess I know who I'm running to next.
I guess you do. But you haven't hit 2 hit points yet, Talbot, so you technically haven't taken any permanent damage. You're just out for now. So Blair is running down. Morrigan is still unconscious. Fenton is standing there. There's 2 of you left.
I mean, I guess I'm just waiting for somebody else on the other line to pick up. So,
You're just trying to hide behind a pillar or something?
I can tell you, basically Fenton's plan at this point is things are looking very bad. We might not get out of this. Guns and bullets aren't working. So the second wave needs to have an idea of what happened.
So you're basically trying to call in your last words to Acel.
Yep.
Why don't you roll a luck check? Well, nobody's
Yeah, these guys
answering
are
at the
assholes.
other end at the moment.
Do they have a voicemail?
Actually, yes.
There you go. You don't have to get out of my face. Go.
I guess I'm going to have a voicemail.
You'll see Walters, slowly float through the air towards you. And he's gonna point his finger guns at you this time, Fenton. Or finger guns. He's just gonna do a gesture. Feel my power, he shouts. And, let's see. Why don't you roll a constitution chest, Fenton?
Constitution chest, huh?
Check. Chest. Yes.
I heard what she said.
Oh.
Do I absorb the power and now I glow? Yeah?
Uh,
Throw me a bone?
Oh.
apparently, you're not actually unconscious, so good for you. But you are gonna be thrown some 6 yards through the air. Bam! Until you land on the ground, and you will take 3 points of damage. No, 4. Oof! As you land roughly on the floor.
This guy's broken.
Well, he's unnatural.
I'm thinking it's a crystal. It's always a crystal. This guy's whole thing is crystals.
The thing
Talbot
with the
has no
unnatural
idea.
is...
Blair is gonna make a first aid check, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh, that's your second critical success for a first aid check this session. Wow. Roll a d4 and double it. See if you can once more. Oh, that's
Yep.
kind of sad. But it was something. You are further away from death now, Talbot, but no more awake.
Gotta get up.
Fenton,
Gotta
anything
get
you
up.
want to do? Any last words?
Well, I guess this turn is my voicemail. Dearest A-Cell, you ignorant cucks. It's just gonna be short and precise. The analysis is behind it all. Analysis is the... No, he'll just say analysis, and then... What's this guy's name again? Valiant / Arnold Schwartz or something?
Walters.
Look, Walters.
Alright. Valiant and Walters are the same. Unnatural. Bullets are ineffective. And I'll also say appears to be rogue against Anulsis, because he mentioned that they tried to stop him.
As you
It didn't
are
work.
frantically shouting into the phone, knowing that doom approaches, you will hear the sound of a voice saying, "No."
Oh,
Yes!
yeah. Oh,
And
oh my god.
It's him.
Yay.
the light just winks
Oh, we're
out.
saved.
I said the light just winks out.
Do you want to turn my
Oh my
laptop?
God.
There.
You want to turn my
my
laptop
God.
off? What are you asking here? Okay.
And
Alright. Get him.
this guy is just kind of standing. He's falling down from his flying and crumples to the ground and looks up in shock and horror at the newcomer.
You're not going slowly like you think it's
What did you do?
Look at that smile.
Yeah, he's smiling. And he's
I'm
looking at
smiling
all of
too.
you. And he's particularly looking towards Talbot, because Morrigan and Talbot are going to wake up as this happens. And he's just gonna look towards you, Talbot. I accept your offer. And then both of them disappear.
Oh.
Good.
I thought you were going to say Alz's and Talbot disappear. The rest of us are behind.
Not both of those. Yes, Stephen Alsace appeared, and then he disappeared together with Walters.
she's. I know.
Okay.
What the hell?
Can we all just sit here in absolute silence for the next 20 minutes?
I think so.
Yeah.
It does make sense, doesn't it?
I'm
Sure.
not unconscious anymore.
Nope. Probably don't
Well,
have
damn.
a clue about what happened either. Now what?
We turn in our reports and go home.
What the hell? What the heck was that?
None of us, do any of us know that Talbot's the one who called, apart from the fact that he accepted her offer? Because she did that when everything else crazy was going on, didn't she?
Yeah, she was.
So, we don't know that she made a deal with him, more or less. I mean, you might.
Probably not, no.
I gotta wait for them to finish.
After a good long while, Fence is going to say, "What just happened?"
I'm sorry, I pushed a button for no good reason. There we go.
Is that my answer? You pushed the button for no good reason? I'll
No,
take it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Fence is just going to, after a long while, just kind of break the silence with, "What just happened?"
Hell if I know. Hell if I know.
I'm
I
not sure
don't
either.
care. We're alive. I don't care what happened. We made it.
Was that Steven?
Maybe. Again, I don't know. And as long as we're alive, I don't care.
So, look, I just got knocked out by a giant flying guy. And then I wake up and he's gone. What the hell happened?
Morgan's never met Steven too, so her just some random time showed up.
It's like, this is mine now. I'll be taking him. He got out of the daycare.
Vincent is gonna kind of eye Talbot a little suspiciously, because I'm sure he noticed that Steven looked at her and said, "I accept your doubt," but he's not gonna say anything.
Oh, what?
Cool, because as far as I know, you're still on A-Cell's side, so I'm not going to tell you anything.
Anyone going to explain to me what is going on?
The man, the smiling one in the nice suits. His name is
I
Steven
did not see
Alves.
any smiling man. I just woke up.
No.
I just woke up and he was gone, and that guy was gone.
Well, there was a smiling man standing next to you in his suits. His name is Steven Alves. We've encountered him in the past.
Oh,
Yes, maybe he's keeping an eye on us or something.
Either way, one of us needs to go to New York and give him a thank you card or something.
Yeah, I think that might be in order.
Yeah. So let's get out of here.
I mean, yeah, I guess
no,
nothing else to do.
no, time to go home.
Are you two okay? Do you need to go to a hospital?
I feel
I
relatively
mean,
fine.
I'll live. I've got super glue and
Okay.
heal. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna look at Blair and let her make the determination of whether or not Talbot.
I mean, do they? Or are they fine?
Talbot should definitely go to the hospital. Like, more than half of the hit points are gone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
So,
head to the
There's
hospital.
gonna be bruises.
Oh, yeah.
and,
Talbot, if you do not go to the hospital, I will carry you all the way there. I'm not afraid to do that.
Blair, you're not feeling too hot either. You could probably do with a checkup too.
We'll still need some time anyways to wrap things up here, see what happened at Anulsis, make sure he doesn't come back and just the official side close things out, so may as well go to the hospital.
Look, the only man with the power to make me go to the hospital while we're not sure what's going on just walked away with the other most powerful dude in the city. So I say we wrap this up, and I'll go to the hospital when this is done.
Like, your ribs are so tender, Talbot.
I'm just gonna poke her.
You mother.
Yeah, you're going
Talbot?
to the hospital. We need time
not
Are
anyways.
you there is still open?
I'm not
Still
leaving you
open.
guys. I'm not leaving you guys alone with this thing.
We will all have a slumber party in the hospitals. But let's do it in the hospital. I'm poker again.
Oh, can I hit him, please?
Okay, after
Can I please hit Benton?
I don't see why not. He'll let you.
I guess we're
Oh god, what have you rolled? You rolled combat!
what did you roll? Unarmed combat for what? Smack
I wanna
someone in the
hit
face?
I want to hit Fenton Hook.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Like something that will actually hurt him, right, Hook?
He keeps poking my ribs. I want him
You
to
don't want-
suffer.
You don't want to go to the hospital.
I'm gonna send you to the hospital if you don't calm down, okay?
I got 1 HP, so you'll knock me out and probably kill me.
It's a good thing my motivation is keeping everyone here alive.
I'm joking. I've got. If you want to hit me, I've got health. I'm just joking.
Okay, great.
My vest took the hit.
Yeah, 2 is not gonna get through his vest, I'm afraid.
Well, for her sake, I'll pretend like that really fucking hurt. Oh, ooh. Let's get you to the hospital, Clippy.
No. I am a grown-ass woman. I can resist being hospitalized.
I broke her again.
So we're going to where exactly? What's our next objective? It's 8:30 now in the night.
Analysis.
Analysis. All right. Not surprisingly, it's going to take you about half an hour to drive there. Traffic is not as bad now because rush hour is over. Good, I guess.
Serious question, real quick. Is Morrigan okay? Like, we've been joking about Talbot. Is he okay?
Morgan has had worse, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I've been hitting on the head harder.
Okay. Okay, that's all that matters. We're over here torturing
Yeah,
Talbot. Morgan keep on bleeding
that
out
dodge
of his
Not
ears.
even a scratch as far as you're concerned.
Oh, that dodgeball Talbot threw at my head the other day hit harder than that.
You are something completely else, Morgan. I mean that in a good way.
I just remembered I have a sword.
You gonna stab me with
yes, you do have a sword.
If you don't stop poking me down, I'm gonna use.
it?
Well, analysis.
Is the building still there?
The building is very much there, yes.
That's a good first sign.
Yep. There is...
Better have some of this.
The door to the building is, however, locked.
Are there people inside?
You don't know. You can't see through
Are
all
there,
the banners and whatnot on the outside.
Knock,
Morgan knocks on
knock.
the door. Knock.
Yep.
Knock, 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 knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
Are the lights on?
Yep.
Can we see anything suspicious through the windows, like a purse on the counter or something that would indicate somebody's inside?
Not really, no.
Does this building have a parking lot or street parking?
It has street parking mostly. There's a lot of cars here.
Say, is there an abnormal amount of cars here?
Yeah.
From the past couple times we come here? Alright. That's a bad sign. Maybe they're just all really deep into their meeting and they're all...
How are
Why
you
don't-
inside, though?
Someone needs to answer this door before I punch it in.
We could...
Guys, hear me out here. It would be less suspicious if we just wait for somebody to call in a missing persons report. than for us to break down the door after being responsible for their cult leader's possible demise. So,
Well,
I'm saying they're already dead. We could just wait.
I'm somewhat in agreement with you. I do think maybe we should wait a bit to see if anyone comes out. And if like an unusual amount of time comes out, then we could enter on exigence because we have reason to believe that they may have done
Done what?
a Jonestown said.
Oh, okay.
We're not acting on that yet, but
Okay.
what reason? Because we're suspecting that this cult is involved in the ongoing activity. They were having an emergency meeting because the authorities were getting too involved with other things. And now they're all locked inside and nobody's leaving.
That could work with a judge, yeah. Why not? You know, criminal informant told you, or you infiltrated the foundation. Not a cult at
Yeah.
all.
Talbot's on their, their letter list, their mailing list. So
Oh.
let's just wait and
Also-
see if anyone leaves. And if nobody leaves and it's getting late, then we're going in to make sure there's not a thing full of corpses in there.
That glowing guy didn't really seem to care much about the crystal, did he?
I'll take the crystal when this is all over. I think it's best if A-Cell doesn't have their hands on something that powerful.
I think we should just
Uh.
destroy it.
Yeah.
Or find
I
some way
think-
to destroy it.
Destroying it is kind of dangerous. What if it ends up like that mansion again?
Yeah, what if Talbot and all of her roommates end up in comas?
I'm just saying, I don't have roommates. That's why I think I should have it. I don't live with anyone. I don't have any next of kin. I don't have any family.
Yeah, you have
I-
you, Talbot. So what happens when you end up in a coma?
I die, and nobody else
Yeah.
does.
No, I think we should work out a way to destroy it.
And release all that kinetic energy?
Yeah, like, again,
We could dump it in the Atlantic.
And just let some fish eat it?
and then explode.
Yeah, is that any better than leaving it in your apartment?
Yes, it is, because it's safely stored where I know where it is. Unlike you, who apparently just shoved a demon shard somewhere in your desk drawer.
Okay, first off, it's in a locked box underneath in my private office. Thank you kindly.
Okay, so
Like,
find
you-
a locked box and put the shard in the box. Put it in your private office, Talbot.
Yes, and I have no pregnant fiancés around who could get hurt by it.
We should not be holding on to this.
And do what? Leave it in A-Cell so they can shove it in storage and promptly lose track of it?
A-Cell's orders are to destroy. I don't think A-Cell wants to use it. They don't seem to care much about the whole fire thing.
A-Cell
Which,
doesn't
for the
want-
record, I agree with you that we should be utilizing whatever we can. But this crystal is dangerous. We should find a way to either destroy it or make sure no one can ever...
But think about this. A-Cell doesn't care about us. They'll sacrifice us to destroy this thing. For all
So
they
we're
know,
powerless
it will
against that
kill.
thing.
For all they know, it will kill whoever destroys it. And they'll just let us do that. Do you really want to only be remembered in some vague record as being the disposal team for a crystal? Do you want to leave everyone behind on the whims of some agency?
I'm not saying give it to A-Cell. I'm saying we find a way to get rid of it.
Because they said so. Because you believe what they believe. You need
Because
to
last night, that fucking thing got into my brain, and it makes straight sense.
and it
You're
got into my brain too.
things that we don't understand.
I know, okay? I know we don't understand it, but it's better than giving it to some agency or following their orders to destroy it just because we're their pawns in their game.
I'm not destroying it because they told me to. I'm destroying it because that thing has done nothing but bad to all of us since we got it. It put you in a coma, it fuck with me, it fuck with you, and we don't even know how it works. And you want to now bring it home with you into a main area and just leave it in your apartment. What happens if it detonates in your apartment and kills your entire block, Talbot?
And what happens if it kills your entire block, huh? Your family! See?
That's why we get rid of it! We don't keep the damn thing!
No! I am not being the person who dies destroying this thing. We'll
Alright.
find something. We'll look into the supernatural. We will not follow the whims of some agency.
Are you
Blair-
guys okay?
No. Look, you hat-wearing son of a bitch. I care about everybody in this group, and I will not have them all die because some group says that everything supernatural is evil. We will understand this, and then we will deal with it. Understand?
Yeah, what if that thing comes back again? Like, what if there's more than one instance of it?
We
And
understand
we don't
it.
really have any defense against. What if somebody like Valiant comes again and like starts doing horrible things?
So far, we know that the things can be destroyed by fire. And in the meantime, we can use that to then learn how to get rid of it without killing all of us.
Fire didn't seem to affect him very much. In fact, if it wasn't for ulcers, we'd probably all be in a grave.
So now you acknowledge he's useful. Great.
Yeah, we might need to employ some use of the supernatural, whether it be in this case or in the any
agree.
future ones.
I am not against using fire to fight fire. I am against that in particular.
Great, so don't have it at your house.
What if we find a hole to bury it in?
I could dig that hole. Deal with that later.
Yeah, like you dig a hole, put the key in the box, put the crystal in the box, throw the box down into the hole, bury it, and not think about it until you probably need it.
Can we agree on that?
But we don't bring it into DC. We don't bring it around a major population center.
Yeah, we just need to put it in an undisclosed, isolated location where if some horrible luck, by some horrible luck, we need that thing, we could find it and we can dig it up again. But at a safe location. No one but us knows about it. Nobody but us can go and get it. Put it in a place where nobody can stumble upon it but us.
There's a bunch of places in Embry where you can hide a body where nobody will find it. I'm sure we could hide a crystal for a few years and it'll be fine.
Alright. So.
Yeah, you haven't said anything. I think we should give her a chance to say something.
We promise not to yell.
Is that if that is actually supernatural, what if another supernatural being is able to sense it and track it down? Then we lose it.
It's been bouncing around in the world for years, and this is the first time it's caused any major issues.
Yeah.
We know that because we only learned of this crystal after that incident at the manor. Who's to say it wasn't in anybody else's hands prior to that?
Exactly. I'm sure some Appalachian horror can hold on to it for a few years.
Well, whatever would be in our responsibility anymore, and problem will be solved.
Exactly.
If we do this right. So, the four of us will agree on the location. We will make sure we take every effort to keep it as hidden and secure as possible.
Not even ACEL can know about this.
As far as they need to know, it's been taken care of.
We could drive each to 4 different locations, dig 4 different holes, and put 4 different boxes in the holes, and only we will know, just in case they're tracking us.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
I still think we should dump it in the ocean.
Hey, at least now we know where to get it. We're just dumping it in the more solid ocean.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this
Like,
entire
imagine
conversation has
somebody-
been in what, your vehicle watching analysis?
Yep.
And
Yep.
Still nobody come out.
What time is it? 9:30?
Yep.
Oh, you guys want to go in?
Yep.
Might as well.
So how are we breaking in?
We'll call it over the official channels to cover our asses, and then we could either get fire department here to break the law, or we could throw a rock.
We try fire department first. I feel like, I don't know.
We'll call it official channels, an emergency. Get fire department out here so we can break the lock open, make sure everyone's okay.
All right. Yeah, I mean, calling the fire department, you have your badge numbers and everything. They're definitely going to be there. Probably going to take all of 5 minutes or so for them to get there because you're talking about exigent circumstances. They're going to come with their bolt cutters and all the tools they have to get through a door. I guess axes in this case.
Look, fire department will make an entrance. If there's not one they can find, they will make one.
Yeah, exactly. The front door of the storefront door is like easier to get through, I guess, than others. So they're just gonna bam with their fire axes, and it's gonna be glass everywhere, and you can now enter.
Alright. Guns drawn, announce, FBI, is anybody in there?
Not a sound.
Let's work our way towards the crystal room. That is like the room where everyone goes to do their happy, fun crystal time.
Indeed.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure it's gonna
Prepare
be
your
wonderful
sanity,
sight.
everybody. It's either going to be perfectly normal or perfectly horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay outside for this one. I'm already a 62.
You've seen some stuff, haven't you, Talbot, recently?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go with you guys, but I won't look in the room.
That makes sense.
But you could just guard the storefront to make sure nobody tries to.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving y'all
keeping the
alone
fire
with some
department
ooey-gooey.
out.
If you want to go with us, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm just not looking at the bodies in the wall.
There are no bodies in the wall. There's plenty of bodies, though.
Are they all
living
dead?
bodies?
Was that?
Are they living bodies?
There is dozens and dozens of bodies lying here. It could be, what, have they crammed in 50, 60 people in here in this tiny room? And everybody is lying on top of each other in one way or another. Everybody is... You can't see anyone who's conscious.
Do they have pulses?
You can see some that are looking very much like Colonel Daniels did, Blair. Desiccated, husks, blackened.
Shit.
Oh no.
It's gonna be, I mean, exactly how many? A lot? Why don't we roll a suffering violence sanity check, everyone? Except Talbot, who is in fact not looking inside.
I'm
Violence?
adapted.
I'm adapted to violence.
I am
Was-
too.
How about Morrigan? Are you adapted to violence yet?
Wait, just roll sanity?
Yeah, you just roll your sanity. You're not adapted to violence yet,
Okay.
so... Okay, then. That's gonna be another check. Well, we'll see if you go insane or not, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Alrighty. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Okay, so you do in fact go a little bit insane, don't you? Fight,
Yikes!
flight, or freeze. I don't know. There's nothing for you to fight here, but you know you can decide.
Just ask Blair.
I am going to. What? Yep, freeze. I'm just glazed over, bruh.
Yeah.
I ain't here no more. Goodbye.
Morrigan is like coming in there with a gun and just seeing this sea of bodies, like the entire ground covered with bodies. This is like mass grave, Jonestown, High Fenton. Everybody just lying on the ground, and Morrigan is just like eyes wide as saucers.
Does this pedestal have a giant crystal on it?
It does not.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Blair very calmly and politely. Blair, could you please take Morgan out and announce that we need more medical for a mass cap?
Yes, I will. Blair's just gonna slowly guide Morgan out of the room.
Yeah.
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
Talbot, you
satisfied-
will see the shocked Morgan coming out of there.
Satisfied that I'm alone, Fenton is just going to kick this pedestal. Is that like a table?
We're a little bit, yeah.
He's just gonna kick it over and scream as loud as he can.
That
I'm now
makes
looking
sense. You hear the scream from inside. I mean, Blair, are we checking any of the actual, bodies? Like your doctor reflexes of see
Yeah,
if there's any
sure.
signs of life?
She'll inform the firefighters that we need more people, and then she's gonna go back in to start checking the bodies.
Very well.
I heard
Um,
Fenton scream, so I think Talbot would run in at that.
Okay, yeah, that's great. We want Talbot to roll this thing too.
I'm adapted to violence.
Oh, that you are. Okay then. So you're just gonna see all the bodies on the floor.
Fenton will look in the eyes once and just say, "And you want to keep the damn thing," and he isn't gonna talk to Talbot for the rest of the night.
And you want this to happen to us.
He's just not gonna talk to you for the rest of the night, and I don't acknowledge you.
Blair, I
Yes?
have some good news. Some
Oh?
of the people in that room are still alive.
Blair's gonna speak up. Guys, some of these people are still alive. It doesn't seem like
They're just
everybody's
passed out.
dead yet.
Yeah. Sarah and Diane, for example, who are in a pride of place, and at the short end of the room where probably Doug Walters, Ron Valiant would have been standing. They are passed out. They're holding their whole crystals. They're full. They're double the size crystals compared to yours crystal, but they are just unconscious. Much like you noticed how Talbot and Fenton went when things happen weirdly. But they're not dead. They're just unconscious.
And the ambulances will be happy to take them.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be ambulances, absolutely.
Well-
When
Yeah,
go ahead.
While we're waiting for the ambulances, can I start collecting the realizers from both the dead and the living?
Absolutely, you can. And by now, I'm also gonna say that Morrigan will start coming to again. You needed a good 5 minutes of fresh air, Morrigan.
Oh, Lord.
Talbot, as you are going through these crystals here, you will notice a pattern. The dead bodies that are all desiccated and dried up and look like they've been burned maybe a little bit, definitely mummified. They all have the type of crystal that you have in your possession, the one that only has one pointy end. Whereas all the other attendees of Annulces who are still alive but unconscious have the twice as long crystal with two pointy ends.
Oh,
He
so
must have
this
handed these
one-
out to people he wanted dead. I say as I keep looting them.
There are so many crystals in here, Talbot. I don't know if you'll be able to count them right away, but there's going to be dozens of them. You're going to have a bag filled with crystals. Of course, since you're supposed to be doing this as, a forensic situation, you should bag each one separately. You're going to need duffel bags to carry them out of here. There's so many of them.
I'll
Yeah.
have them all sent to DC so we can bury them, all of them. Or I'll just take them with me and say I'm taking them to DC.
Very well. Yeah, I mean, the ambulances are gonna come. You haven't called for police backup at all, or have you?
No. When you announce a mass casualty event, that's going to activate the entire
Yeah, exactly, because...
thing is coupling right now.
So, there will be a lot of police officers, like St. Louis PD, the moment the news about a mass casualty event comes, which it will, either from the fire department, probably not, because they aren't, you haven't allowed it into the scene, but the first EMT who gets in there is gonna, call for, and when Blair says, mass casualty event, we need all the ambulances at once, that's going to go out over the radio, and St. Louis PD will come. And I think anyone who's listening to a police or, emergency frequency will also come. So that probably includes Gaston, and it also includes local news coverage. And how long do you plan to stay on the scene? Obviously, I know that Talbot wants to grab all the realizers that are lying around. But aside from that...
Until it's clear.
Until it's clear. Okay, yeah, that's going to take a while. How are we dividing up the responsibilities here? Gaston is definitely coming down. And he is probably not going to be too happy with what he sees. Like, he's going to come in there and he's going to roll his sanity check. Good for him, I guess, that he passed it. But he's like, oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Tell me this is the end of it. And he looks up at all of you.
Should be.
Boy.
He is a little bit green in his face from seeing this. I want a proper report on my table, he says. I hope. And he's gonna take you a little bit aside when all the other hubbub of police officers, St. Louis PD, he's gonna station FBI agents, fully armed, like hostage rescue team agent, like fully armed with flak jackets and assault rifles by the doors to make sure that no unauthorized staff will come in. Before any of the other feds are allowed in, I mean, they definitely, he's not going to stop EMTs from getting unconscious people out of the house because, it's an emergency and we need to get people help as quickly as possible. But for any other staff, he's just going to order the feds to keep local PD out, like have local PD work on traffic regulation and, setting up a perimeter and so on. And they will do so. And he's going to take you all aside to a room that is, I guess... Well, we have two rooms that we haven't explored in this place yet. And one is dubbed private and one is dubbed storage.
We get to explore
Yeah,
them now.
storage is what they call it Christmas.
What was that?
I said we get to explore them now.
You do. Which room do you want to explore first?
Private.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now Gaston is with you. Or is this before Gaston arrives? You do have the option to check it before he arrives. Because it's going to take, 15 minutes or so to get here.
Fenton probably wouldn't have left the scene until everyone else started doing the actual work.
Very well.
Just basically in kind of shock.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So I guess it's gonna be with Gaston then. It's dark up here until you light ceiling lights, I guess. Well, this is the weirdest apartment you guys have ever seen.
What the hell
This
is
looks like my
this?
apartment. This looks like my apartment in real life.
Maybe.
What are you talking about?
Is that a bed in the middle of the room?
Sure is.
It is. Yeah.
That's how you know he's a psychopath.
The
Is this a sex room?
It's like the sex dungeon.
The apartment's
Yes,
windows are
that's a-
painted over. There are 2 skylights and plenty of lamps. There's a mirror over the round waterbed.
Oh, it's not a waterbed.
Yeah, this is a sex room.
And there is also some dumbbells lying around.
I don't know what kind of sex thing you do in dumbbells. But this is a sex room.
There's a wooden
Yeah.
chest at the foot of the waterbed.
That's where they keep their sex toys. Because this is a sex room.
And the walls are covered with billowing white wall hangings that stretch from floor to ceilings and cover almost every surface. White is
Touching
definitely
fluids resulting from sex. Because this is a sex room.
white is definitely the
gonna-
dominant color here. There's the dresser, the table, the chairs, the bathroom, the small kitchen, several small art objects and other ornaments are all white.
I'm gonna ignore Morgan's comments and open up the chest if I can.
Before you do that, Gaston wants to talk to you. Now that you've cleared the room and there is no obvious threat in here.
No sex lives.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, why don't you bring me up to speed on what we got here? I need to know just enough to present to my superiors within the bureau and also to the press and to St. Louis PD. So what are you able to share to me that you can possibly think of?
We
Is-
fought. Sorry. We fought and destroyed Doug Walters, who was actually Ronald Valiant. He seemed to be after the crystal, and his shape-shifting accomplice was named Hope. He seemed to have placed a spell on her.
Like reminds you that Gaston is a friendly and has no idea what we are talking about.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
said
just
we're-
kind of nodding along and whatever you say.
He said up to speed.
You said destroy. Is his body
Walters, as far as the public needs to be aware, is at large. He's behind the attack at the Colonel's estates, and as an investigation was getting too close to the truth of the matter, he did exactly as Jonestown did. Tried to kill his cult, except he decided to run for it.
so we are pinning this on Mr. Walters. You call him Valiant as well.
Yes.
As
And
far
we call him the terrorist, and this that's good enough for me. He says.
that's all the. Yep. Otherwise,
When,
the threat has otherwise been ended.
I hear
with
that
this.
Neutralized.
there are survivors. What will they say when they wake up? There's nothing that I'm gonna regret putting down on the report here when they wake up.
Feds will just shrug and go, "They're a bunch of crazed cultists. What do you expect at this point?"
I expect plenty of.
Wild tales, you'll hear plenty of them. And the media, no one else is going to be willing to believe.
No, Special Agent Fenton. I expect plenty of eyewitnesses who've seen things that. And perhaps civil suits from bereaved relatives. We have plenty of dead bodies down there.
For sure, but that's going to be on Nolsis's steps.
Well, after Waco, this is not a good look for the Bureau.
We didn't do that. We didn't do Jonestown either.
It is different circumstances, for
Is
sure.
it?
But there will be. Someone is gonna call for a review at a mass casualty event like this.
Sure, and you can look in the official records where we tried to get the warrants and we tried to do what we could to stop this from happening, but we were stopped.
That's good. He says because he just wants to cover his tracks.
As far as the concern for bringing us in, specialists, I think that matter should be taken care of for now. You don't need to worry about it anymore.
Very well. I'll let you do the forensics of the apartment here. I'll go down and talk to the others and coordinate the rest of the efforts. Does that seem like a good division of labor to you?
Yes.
Very good. Be seen. So he leaves the apartment. You can now look through this, I guess.
What's in the chest?
Sex toys, probably.
What's in the box?
It's not actually. You open the wooden chest is locked, but I have a feeling that you're gonna be able to deal with that with a crowbar, if nothing else.
Punch the chest.
There
A dumbbell.
is there's a photo album. There's a bunch of some old uniforms, both field green and dress uniforms for the Marines. There's some Sandinista flags and case of medals.
Of metal?
Medals.
Oh, medals.
Yes.
Okay. What name is on? What's the name on the name tape for uniforms?
Valiant.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
look at the... Sorry.
We should.
Jack,
We should.
Jack Morrigan, why don't you roll your military science land? It's not really the perfect skill for this, but I'm gonna use it now anyway. It's military science land is more planning ambushes and so on, so situational
Really?
awareness. But I feel like it's gonna be decent enough for this particular case because you
Hell
are
yeah.
used to the military. Okay, yeah, you did not. Okay, fair enough. Did not pass. I don't know, for the dear audience, I don't know why my chat messages are not updating the die rolls properly. It's something buggy tonight, but that's okay.
So.
Anyway, you will only recognize that it's like Marine uniforms.
Mhm.
Why don't we have search checks, everybody? That's what you want to do. I knew you wanted to do search checks.
We can now link Valiant officially to Walters, and we can now
Yes.
send passive-aggressive holiday cards to that judge for the rest of his life.
Yes, you can. I guess the judge will get fired, and
Oh my god.
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
got
Sorry,
the
that was-
warrants every time.
Sorry, that was stealth.
Morgan,
Crit success.
Morgan, what's your elf eyes see?
So I rolled stealth by accident, but my search is 67, so it would have passed the search if you want to use the same roll. Although it looks like Morgan apparently has elf eyes. I see what you're saying now. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the elf eyes are seeing something, definitely. Morgan,
Gotta go watch the business.
Yep.
your amazing eyes see that two of the walls are set a couple of feet further back than the wall hangings are.
Selena, are you done eating?
And behind those wall hangings, there is in fact a different apartment. Across from the round waterbed and camouflaged by the cloth is a huge entertainment console with a widescreen TV. In 97, that's huge. There's a Laserdisc player, there's CD players, there's stereo system. There is a whole bunch of videos, VHS as well. There is a
Watches his sex tapes.
tripod mounted video camera, and a lot of the videotapes are in fact store-bought porn. There's also a bunch of homemade recordings, apparently.
So it is a sex dungeon.
No taste.
Morgan was right.
I found where he watches his sex tapes.
And you've also found something that probably makes Morgan much more happy. A gun collection.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a gun case with M16s, AK-47s, various sniper rifles, even a Frenchy SPAS 15 full auto 12 gauge shotgun.
Damn. I'm gonna call. I don't know what half of these are called, but all of them are mine.
Technically that would be tampering with a crime scene.
I know.
Um,
I call dibs on the shotgun if we get to have it.
it's all gonna get impounded officially by the FBI, unless you manage to sneak it away from the crime scene somehow. So it's up to you what you want. And like Gaston isn't watching you. It's up to you how you want to treat this crime scene. There is also a diamond saw. It's lying on the table. There is a small case of full-length, double-tipped analysis crystals, like a little box maybe with 20 or so, and a supply here, like lying in a small pile of crystals that have been cut in half, that are, you know. Not only that, among all these, I mean, obviously these homemade tapes that you have to, you know, for forensic purposes, have a look at, don't you? Yeah, they're marked with the names, like women's names, dates, and a short description of highlights, which consists apparently of positions. Sexual positions, obviously.
Oh boy.
And, yeah, watching them will show him having intercourse with various ladies in his waterbed.
Don't touch the waterbed. Don't touch the waterbed.
Don't know.
Unholy things have happened at that waterbed.
I don't know how much you want to, you know, study these tapes as such, if you're just looking through them really quickly. Or, because studying them is going to take a while. It's going to be a long night, let's just say.
I don't think we need to have group porn session.
Right. There is a tape marked with only an X, unlike the porn videos.
Okay, let's close the door and put that one on.
Yeah.
Okay. That's worse. You see Valiant, he's together with Hope, and they're kissing very intensely, and then they're starting to undress, and her bodily form does not remain consistently human as they get to the waterbed and start having intercourse in impossible ways. Everybody roll a sanity check, please.
What?
Unnatural.
Oh, what?
A Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I rolled the wrong thing. That was...
No, not unnatural. You roll a sanity check, not
Yeah,
unnatural.
that was the wrong thing.
I just kind of look over at Fenton and the very like, what the fuck?
So, for the record, we're all in agreement that this VHS does not exist. It does not go into evidence, right?
We need to destroy it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Set the thing on fire. Let there not be nothing but ashes.
Yep.
What do you roll?
So,
You start rolling
let's
things.
see. We're gonna have Blair lose 2 points. We're gonna have Fenton also loses 2 points. We're gonna have Talbot also loses 2 points. And then Morgan loses just the 1 from seeing this.
Morgan's
horrible-
worse.
Like, he did things with her that, and then someone just gets a bit green and just turns off the tape, I guess.
So, I hate that I'm asking this. Did he stay completely human the whole time, or was he also a gooey alien?
Do you want to watch the entire tape? As long as you watched it, he stayed human.
Okay, so that's all. I'm just the points that we saw. He stayed human.
Finally, there is another tape that says "For the World."
Oh,
Does you guys want to go get some popcorn and?
I don't think I'd be able to keep that down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Also, why are you
I'm
so
gonna-
enthusiastic about watching this dude's porn collection, Fenton?
I'm going to ignore her and start to put it in and go. If you can't hold it down, instead and help out.
Okay, what's on
Because if this is also unnatural, this can't go into evidence.
That's a
Okay.
fair point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch this.
But before I start putting, I'll give anyone a chance who does not want to leave the room.
Is anyone-
I'll leave the room.
All right. Talbot leaves the room. You are pale by now, Talbot. It's been a long day, hasn't it?
Also need to go to the hospital.
Maybe some cold water or some hot coffee, Talbot? I don't know. Coffee is the perfect thing. Which one did you
Yeah.
have in mind here, Talbot? Because when you write realizer, that's just the typical thing that all of the, like, you have access to like 50 of them at this point.
You would have to go to the green box if you're trying to get the spooky crystal, and that's a half crystal like these ones are. The realizers are the normal crystals we all had.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you mean the grapefruit-sized one? Is that the main one you mean? Or just
No.
I think she wants to use the crystal that started all this.
Oh, that one. The Daniel's crystal. Oh. Yes, that you can do.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it on the crystal because I don't want to watch any more of just that. I'll be back. Gotta go check in on the green box, make sure that thing didn't go missing.
That sounds like everybody else should roll human to discover whether or not Chlorophryne Talbot is completely truthful or not, or if there is some kind of wavering there going on.
This is big fail.
As far as Fenton knows, she's absolutely truthful.
Well, Fessa doesn't think she would go behind the group's back and betray all of our trust. That would just be a dick move.
Right?
Yeah,
Blair, are you rolling as well? No? Not yet.
sure.
Here we go.
Nope.
Clearly, there's absolutely no
We
reason
all
to
trust
not
her
trust.
so much.
But everybody's still also too distracted by this place, right? Because this place is weird.
Yeah, I'm clearly uncomfortable by what's going on, so.
Which is not strange. Most people would be.
Yeah.
Like, that's a completely
Yeah.
normal reaction. As it turns out, this tape is in fact not homemade porn. Instead, you'll see Valiant. He's standing in like pants and a t-shirt, and he's putting on the camera, and he's walking backwards, and he's holding a microphone, and he's like, "You see? Do you understand? This is, I." There's a different tape in my collection where you can see her. Hope, she's an alien. She's. Do you even understand what she is? What I've made her into? They call it corruption. I call it freedom. I freed her, you know? I liberated her from the soul, from the flesh. Her soul from the flesh. The purpose from the prison. I don't know. You think you know what love is? It's not love. It's not love. It's not dinner dates and anniversaries. No. Love is submission, transformation. It's when they let you remake them into your image. She didn't scream, not once. She just flowed into my arms like water, like she always was meant to be there. Like the crystal told her to obey, and she listens better than any of them ever did. Yeah. Like the others, Diane, Sarah, they're just tests, really. No. The real power here, and I need to get there. I need to get to the real power. It's on top of Vanolsis. The aliens. They're draining the energies of all of mankind through Vanolsis, and all the other religions they created. Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, it's all the same thing. It's all infiltrated by aliens. And all of the highest church leaders, they're actually aliens. They're hiding very cleverly. I've seen them hide. I've seen them like she can take any shape. How many hopes are there out there, you think? How many? Huh? Could be dozens, could be hundreds. I think maybe Pope Hope, huh? You didn't know that, did you? They're feeding off these pirated energies. They're energy parasites. They've attached themselves to species all across the galaxy. You don't know it yet, but we are not alone in this universe. We're not alone. I have gained powers, enormous powers. I'm evolving through the energies. They don't know that yet. The spiritual reservoirs. I'm evolving. Hope is. She was sent to kill me, you know, but she didn't kill me. No, she didn't kill me. He just sweeps his hand through his hair. No. She's my slave now. She's my slave, and soon I'll steal all their slaves, and I'll turn them against their masters, and then I will be the master of every religion on this planet. I'll go down to Tulsa. I'll go to the headquarters, and I'll destroy the aliens there. And when I've expelled the aliens and I've saved the world, then I'll purge the religions of their alien influence, and I'll be the real Messiah. Maybe that's what Jesus did. Maybe he purged the aliens of the Holy Land, and all humans will turn to me. They'll worship me forever. I'll be immortal.
Is that it?
Yep.
Well, and the plus, our case just became significantly more easy at proving the 6.
Well. Okay.
I would like to search the bedroom for any... Oh shit, he's here?
No, he was on the screen. Just to remind you of his beautiful face, and he was, sweating, but unlike the very polished figure that you saw, like his hair was not out of place, he was well combed and everything. When you met him earlier this night on the videotape, he was sweating, his hair was stringy, he definitely needed a shower, and he was just eyes wide as saucers, possibly very high too, given his pupils, who knows. Or just mad, just insane. It's possible too.
Oh. The worst part is, we know he actually isn't full of shit. Fortunately, the public won't see it that way. If they even get access to the manifesto. He's a fucking raving lunatic. You think he's the first person to spout aliens? Have you ever watched History Channel?
History Channel in 1997 is playing history stuff, not aliens. It's kind of weird to think now that it ever did that. Why isn't it being renamed the Alien Channel? Anyway.
I would like to search the place very carefully, looking for any kind of text or how to do Crystal Magic 101 guide. Your alien overlord crystals and you.
There is no other such things here. No. This is it. You found everything you could find here, basically.
Gotcha. So he was creating these things.
Well, he was taking the long double-sided ones and cutting them with a diamond saw into 2 pieces.
The question is, what turns it into maybe they alone are harmless, and it's when somebody like him doing their creepy magic, they gain power.
I think I have a theory on why he has to cut the crystals in half. Is it like he has one half, the person he's draining energy from has the other, and he sucks the energy out through the crystal halves?
Maybe, or maybe the shape of the crystal is what determines the effects. The crystals
Maybe.
themselves might just be a sort of circuit or engine or
Conduit?
something like that. Yeah, conduit, there we go. And maybe the shape of the conduit will determine what the response you get.
It could be
Wow.
possible also that the second
You're not
half
here.
acted. All right. I'm not in the
You
room.
ran off the Sabbath and back. You go do you.
You're doing sneaky stuff. Go back to scheming.
I'm in the corner for my sins.
Yes. Yes.
A little dunce cap too.
Yep.
I think more, Talbot should say.
Sorry, what'd you say?
While you're driving to the mid box, you just have this epiphany and say it out loud to yourself.
Like, it was an installation! I say and then I continue driving.
I'm going to take one of the half crystals,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to take the diamond saw,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to look at Morgan and Blair and see if they give me permission to saw.
Blair's just gonna nod as a silent go ahead.
Morgan,
Morgan's gonna do the exact same thing.
I'm going to saw this crystal now.
Very well. You're sawing it in half?
Yeah.
It's done.
Cool. Now I want to cut it in half longitudinal-wise.
All right.
Longways.
You're not very good at crafts, so I'm pretty sure that you're gonna,
I'm
you
just
know,
trying to cut it.
you're trying to cut it, and you're gonna mess it up a little bit. You're not used to doing this kind of fine thing, so it's gonna crackle a little bit here and a little bit there, but breaks it will do. It's not gonna be the nice and even cut that Mr. Walters or Valiant did, but
Look at my partners and go, I think that conduit idea might have something to it. Just in a bin. The crystals themselves might not actually be dangerous by themselves. Or unless maybe they have to be charged first. So to speak.
It's
But if
probably
they-
why.
Go ahead, Morgan.
That's probably why he didn't care much about the crystal itself and just came there to kill us.
Just make another one. So, Blair, what do you
Yeah.
think about the reappearance of our longtime friend at that critical moment?
It was a bit odd, in my opinion, for him to suddenly show up.
Think he's watching us?
It's a possibility. I mean, he's showed up before randomly, but he's never helped us. Sure, he offered that deal, but he never
Who's this?
jumped in and helped during something.
Spence will just kind of give a dry little laugh and go, who's to say he was helping us?
That's true. Didn't he say some sort of remark, something towards Talbot?
He said he accepts our offer. You should know something, Blair. And I'm going to fill her in with Talbot and I's extracurricular activities.
oh, you're telling Blair about your things in New York?
Yeah.
Is that what this whole thievage shard term is being thrown around about?
Yeah. You know, I haven't really thought about it now, but I appreciate that Blair's just kind of been going with it for like, okay, that tracks.
How does Morrigan react to that? Like, Fenton and Talbot trying to pursue magic in New York.
She's expected it at this point. She's like, seems like that. You seem like the type of people to do that. So.
Fenton's trying to cast a spell every
Also-
session since this op started.
Also, with the amount of horrors I've seen today alone, yeah, no, there's no light work, no reaction.
That makes sense. Well, Talbot will eventually get back from her errand, of course, and at this point, it's probably midnight. I have a feeling Z-Cell is very, very tired. You can definitely cordon off the crime scene and post uniforms here to make sure nobody gets into the apartment.
What was in storage?
What was that?
What was in storage?
Literally storage stuff. Someone's got to mop the floor.
What a boring room.
Yeah,
We've had the sex tension. What an anticlimax.
Yeah, cleaning supplies, pamphlets, books, tapes, posters, in crates, but also boxes of realizers. More.
I'm starting to really hate crystals.
I think that is the quote that we will end the current session on, isn't it? And in a week from now, we will be back with more Delta Green stories, because there are some loose ends here, and even though the situation in St. Louis is winding down, Enulce is bigger than that, isn't it? And Mr. Walters talked about aliens in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Of course, he might just have been absolutely insane, but...
He also said the Pope was an alien.
Yeah, I mean,
Hope.
yeah, he also said that Hope was an alien, so...
We saw proof of that.
Yeah, you kind of
Explicit
did,
proof.
in many graphic ways, so...
He said the Pope.
With 3 X's.
I would say the Pope, Vatican Pope was an alien.
So, yeah, I have a feeling that the last word about Enulcis might not have been said yet. But I might be wrong. Maybe this stops in St. Louis, and then everything is fine, and we'll just wait for the next stop, whatever that will be. Whatever the case might be, we will see you next week again. Thanks for tuning in, and be seeing you